Hi, I'm Vince Byrne. I'm going to take you through cleaning a 196 cartridge fired projector. The first time or any time you pick up the projector, you always want to make sure that it's completely unloaded. All right, in this case, where the 22 cartridge goes in, your clip and your dart barrel all should be clear. Anytime you're using darts with medication in there, you want to clean the barrel out. The medication itself is very corrosive. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our rod, our patch, we're going to fold up the patch. In this case we're using CR 336. It's a cleaner and rust inhibitor. Spray your patch. In this case the gun, it hasn't really been fired much, so we're just going to run a patch through it. And looks pretty good. So a couple of swipes with this. And that would be your general cleaning after each use. Also, you have the 22 bore in there to clean. You want to remove the bolt for that. If you put the safety in the firing position, also always making sure it's unloaded, depress your trigger, your bolt will come right out. Okay. With the 22 bore, you have a brush. You can go in, scrub out the bore a little bit. Okay. Once that's done, you can change your brush off. To a swab. You can't just push a patch in there because it's a blind hole. You cannot go the whole way through, so you need to be able to retract the patch when you put it in. Okay, so I'm going to go in, swab out the 22 bore. Okay, that would be a basic cleaning. If the gun's been being used for a while, has been in dirty conditions, when you start with your 50 cal or your dart barrel, you're probably going to want to take a brush in at that point. Same thing, it should follow the riflings. You can feel the brush do that. Clean that out. There again, you're going to go back through with your cleaning patch to clean any leftover debris out of there. And if the gun has been in the field for quite a while, you're having some problems with reduced trajectory, those types of things, we're going to do maybe a little bit more of an extensive cleaning, or at least a check to see whether you have debris buildup in the gas passages. Okay, for that, I'm going to actually take the stock off. It is a 9/64 Allen wrench. This is one of our newer model 196s. On the older ones, these screws will be a flathead screwdriver is what you need to do that. You're going to just pop the stock off. This is your clip retention. You've got to push up on that a little bit so it doesn't catch on the stock to take it out. Once you have that out, I take this out because it's loose and you're going to end up with it on the ground somewhere. Okay, I'm going to open it. On the bottom you have 3 set screws. The one in the center is the only one that we're going to do anything with. Always leave the other 2 alone. It's a 3/32 Allen wrench. Once that's removed and you take your power control setting and you put it to the setting of 5, all right, that hole in your gas cup is the same diameter as the hole coming up through the gas block. So if you take a flashlight, stick it inside the gas cup, you can look inside and see that that hole is completely cleared up. All right, so that there's no buildup in there. The other hole you need to check, so we'll take the bolt out again, is in the 22 chamber. If you shine your flashlight down in there, you can see at approximately this distance down there, there's a pin that goes through, and there's a 3/32 hole in there. You also want to make sure that that's clear. One of the things that is a common fail on these is your gas control and the gas cup getting frozen up. So as you use it, you may only be using one setting or one set of darts, so you'll end up getting a buildup there. If you take your 3/32 Allen wrench, maybe, or just do it by hand, but if it starts to get stuck a little bit, you can put your wrench in here and just use it as a lever. And you want to do this maybe after each cleaning just to make sure that nothing is getting built up in there at that point. If you get to the point where it won't turn at all and you want to try that on your own, there is an Allen wrench here, 3/32. You can take this off. This is your gas control. Inside has a hole for each one of your 5 settings, 5 being the largest one. If this is stuck in there, more than likely you're going to have to tap it out from the back. You have to make sure not to lose this little spring here. Okay. There's also a ball bearing in there that you don't want to lose when you take off this. Okay. You can clean this out in here, take this, wipe it all off. This is a 3/8 hole inside, so you can get in there with a drill bit by hand and clear that out. Make sure all the various holes are cleaned. Scrub it up, maybe like some Scotch-Brite or something to clear it off, so when you can put it back in here, just make sure it turns smoothly before you go ahead and reinstall it. Okay. When you're going to put this back on, you need to put the ball on the number 4 position. Usually if you put a little bit of oil in that hole on the number 4, the ball will stick a little better, so it makes it a little bit easier. Go ahead and slide that back on. 3/32 Allen wrench. And it should go back into place. The way to verify that is to flip it onto number 5, take your flashlight, stick it back in here, and you can look into that hole, and this hole and the hole in the gas cup should be completely aligned. There should be no overlap, and then you'll know that you're in the right position. Alright, after you've taken that screw out, make sure that you put it back in, because a lot of your pressure will go right out the bottom of that hole otherwise. So we'll put that in, just snug that up. This just slides in, it's just a dovetail. Couple of screws. You're going to want to put your clip in now, because you can use that as an alignment to make sure that everything's straight, so you can get the clip in and out easily. Just snug this up on the bottom one. Also just snug, you'll see the trigger actually move a little closer to the trigger guard. As soon as it stops, that's when you want to stop. When you put your bolt back in, you have to pull the trigger again on the fire position, slide it in. If you get this bolt too tight, your bolt will catch and you won't be able to use it. Basic other cleaning on that is, take the same oil, put it on a rag, wipe it all down, and that's pretty much it.